Who's the best movie reviewer through and through? That's Movie Mania on YouTube. That's who. Why don't you stay a while and have your life reviewed?
Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Fiendish Friday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I do have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little bit of information. Check out the description, the info in the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. Now today's, I gave you a synopsis, which is not a very good one. I'm not a very good writer when it comes to writing a nice short synopsis. I can talk about it much easier than that. I gave you a link for a place to purchase it. I don't think there's any trailers out there for it. I'll double check. At least you know you're going to get one thing in the description box with the link to the purchase website. All right, what is the movie of today? It is none other than the Gore, Filth. I think this is really probably one of his best films that I've seen so far, and that is Goremania. It runs at about 31 minutes ish. It's divided up between 6 stories or 6 scenes, and you get various things throughout the whole movie. Like you start out with a killer that has a deformed face that is going around hacking and killing people with a machete type blade. And then he ends up getting in a fight with another creature who has an axe. It's quite an interesting tale. You get all kinds of different gore in here. I'm used to the Z grade gore in his films. I think he really stepped up his game with this. Nothing's wrong with his normal films. I love them, but this one was actually, it felt really nice and fresh. Like you had some really new fun ideas that involved killing people in various ways. But I think that this is a great example of underground horror at its finest. Sure, it's not going to be for everyone, but then again, most of the movies I review are not for everyone. That's for sure. Now, there's not a lot I want to give away as far as story wise, because there really isn't a huge story arc throughout it. It's a lot of just splatter and killing and having a great time. So let's move on to the 3 things that I love my movies. To me, first and foremost is the audio. The audio is fine. I didn't notice any like errors, like where you can't understand what a character is saying. Granted, there's not a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of grunting and stuff like that with the killing. But the dialogue or the audio, excuse me, the audio I'm going to give a B plus. It is above average. I really thought, it really upped his game 100%. even in the audio department. And then next is the dialogue. Like I said, there's not a ton of dialogue in this one, so I'm not going to really give it too bad of a grade. I'm going to give it another B plus, just because when there is dialogue on there, it's fun. It makes you laugh in places. It makes you feel like you're watching something great from the late '80s, early '90s type stuff. Is how I feel about it. On to the third thing, which is editing. Editing is a pain in the ass. I am not a very good editor, as you guys can tell, when it comes to putting my films or my reviews together. Excuse me. I'm not the best at it, but I have an eye for it and I can spot it. It's really a huge part of every single film. If you do not have good pacing, you do not have a steady forward momentum. If you don't have that going through with your editing while you're slowly building up each scene, I feel like he did a good job. There's not any spots where I was like, that makes no sense. But it was fun. So editing, you're gonna get an A on that there, Gore. I feel like this is your best piece of work so far. We'll have to see what comes next down the Gore Filth filmography. So my final score, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. This is a must for my underground horror fiends. Check out Goremania from Gore Filth. You'll be happy. Alright guys, love your faces. I'll see you next week. Got a whole bunch of stuff lined up for you. As usual, you guys have a fantastic weekend, and peace.